Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys want to see how I made this 80s hair and makeup look, go ahead and keep watching. It's a little ridiculous, but hey, it's Halloween, right? Okay, so I have my brows finished and I just put on a little bit of moisturizer, and I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking through this. I'm going to just show you guys what I'm using and just do the tutorial. The first thing I'm going to do is go in with this Iconic London. This is just like a prep set and glow spray, and I'm going to spray my face, and then I'm going to go in with these number 7 drops. They're like foundation drops and they are awesome. I love these. I love mixing them with either my sunscreen in the morning or like an oil. Usually I use the NYX oil, but since I have like fine lines, I feel like this is such a good combination and it doesn't dry my skin out. So I'm just gonna get to it. Not gonna talk too much, so let's get into it. So the first part, I'm just spraying on this Iconic London spray, and then I'm gonna actually, before it dries, I'm going in with these number 7 foundation drops, and I'm just gonna put them on with my fingers, and it just goes on so smoothly because the skin is still a little damp and it just goes really well together. And then next for concealer, I'm using my Pure 4-in-1. It's actually foundation and concealer, and I don't really like to use it for a foundation because it's really, really heavy, but it works perfect for my concealer. So I'm doing that as a concealer, and then I'm putting a little bit on my eyelids as like a little eyeshadow base. And then next I'm taking my number 7 powder, it's a finishing powder, and I'm just gonna go ahead and dust the entire face just to set all of the makeup. And to set the eyelids, I totally could have used the same powder, but I went ahead and used my Wet n Wild Rosé in the Air palette, and I just used the lightest color that I could find just to kind of set the concealer so it wouldn't crease. Now I'm going to go in with my NYX Ultimate Shadow palette, and I'm going to use this, it's kind of like a purpley pink color, more on the purple side, and I'm just going to dust this all over my lid. Before I do a transition shade, I just want to get it all over the lid, and it's not going to look clean by any means, but it's okay because once we start blending the other colors, it'll all come together. Next, I'm going in with this bright pink color, and I'm going to start putting this in my crease. I'm just trying to get it as bright as I can, and I'm just going to keep blending, and then I'll go over it with another pink shade as well. Now I'm using this Pure Midnight Masquerade palette, and I'm using this darker purple color. It's kind of a shimmer shade, and I'm going to pop this all over the eyelid as well just to kind of darken it up. It's not showing up great in the video, but in person it was a lot brighter. So you might have to add a couple layers just to get it like a little bit darker, and I wanted a little more shimmer. Maybe I should have used my finger on this one. Next, I'm going back to my NYX palette, and I'm using this lighter pink, and I'm just going to pop this back in the crease just to go over that other pink color, and I'm just going to blend this all over the crease just to get it a little more pop of color. Now I'm going to use a mixture of these 2 pink colors, and I'm going to line my lower lash line with these. Next, I'm going in with this L'Oreal Infallible Liquid Liner in the color Teal, and I'm just going to line my upper lid with this, and then I'm going to be using something different on my lower lash line. And now for the lower lash, it's pretty much the same exact color, it's just a different texture, and I'm just going to line my lower lash line with this. Now I'm going back into that Pure palette, and I'm using kind of, it's like a frosty bluish color kind of, and I'm just going to put this under my brow bone just for a little more pop of color and like some shimmer. And for mascara, I'm using this Tarte Big Ego mascara. I am obsessed with this one. I got it in a BoxyCharm and it is a great mascara. I was going to do lashes, but I decided against it, but this mascara works out really, really well. And for blush, I'm using this Laura Geller color that I got in a BoxyCharm, and the more the blush, the better, because in the 80s, they wore a lot of blush. So I'm just kind of trying to make it a little darker than normal, and I'm kind of trying to like do it a little bit longer than I would normally do it. Usually you just kind of put it on your cheeks. For lips, I'm using this BH Cosmetics color that I thought it was going to be more of a darker pink, but it turned out to be really, really bright, but that's okay. So now moving on to the hair. So my plan for this is just to curl it with the smallest iron I have, which I think it's only like a 3/4 iron. That's the smallest one I had. So I'm just gonna curl my entire head with this iron and then start teasing the heck out of it. All right, so now that I have the entire head curled, you might see me talking in this because I'm on the phone with my cousin. Hey, Liz. So that's why I'm talking. I'm not talking to myself. So what you want to do is just kind of get your hair huge, and then we're going to put some bangs on. So I found these bangs on Amazon, and this was like the only color that was going to come the next day. So I was like, oh, this is fine. I'll just be able to color them. Yeah, they're synthetic and they don't color with anything. So I tried like a regular hair dye, I tried fabric dye, and nothing worked. So I have some spray that I'm gonna use, and it actually matched pretty well. But so right now I'm just putting the bangs in, and I'm trying to tease them and make them really, really big, kind of give them a feathered look. So you just want to kind of blend the bangs in with your regular hair and just tease it and get it as big as you can. And then once you feel like you have them as big as they need to be, comes the hairspray. I didn't have my Aquanet, but this hairspray worked really, really good. So I'm just spraying the crap out of it just to get it so that it'll stay in place. And I can't even believe like these bangs would not move. So I'm actually really happy with how these turned out. I didn't know how they were going to turn out, but thank you, Amazon, and they were only $5.99. All right, here is the final look. I teased up the bangs. I went and sprayed them so they somewhat match. I tried to dye them, but it's synthetic and it just wouldn't dye. I even tried like fabric dye and it just would not work. So it doesn't match perfect, but hey, I mean, it's Halloween and the more ridiculous, the better, right? So I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm gonna go in public like this. So, all right, that does it for this video. I am going to, I'll insert some pictures of our outfits and show you guys what we look like, but I hope you guys enjoyed this fun little tutorial. I sure had fun doing it, and we'll see you guys soon.